back rooms are. It's just this liminal, room. I guess it's like a room that doesn't end and you get lost, and there's different types of levels to it. They actually found the original location for the back rooms, and now I think it's a race car place. The lobby. Now, I don't know what the lobby is, actually. The lobby back rooms. Okay, no, yeah. So this is the lobby, I guess. I guess the most mainstream back rooms images are called the lobby. This is very popular. Level 0, I guess, is what this would be referred to as. Yeah. Super Mario 64. Okay, I don't know what that has to do with liminal spaces, but... Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, like this picture right here. Look at that. Does that not look a bit liminal to you? A bit nostalgic? You never seen this place before? If you have, let me know. Now, of course, I've played Super Mario 64. I used to play that as a kid, but this is a bit interesting. I've never seen this picture before, so that's yeah, that's good. This is a YouTube video. I can't play that. I'm not going to play that, but like this one right here too. Like this is, look at this. You can't tell me that this is not. There's something that just feels weird about it, and some people have explained it to where your brain just associates it with loneliness and vulnerability, and that's where the nostalgic factor comes in. I don't know, but all I know is that it does do something in your brain, and whether or not that's a real memory, we'll never know. But we can only research, we can only look at it together. So I'm not going to look at all of these. I'm actually going to pick a few out of each level of the iceberg, and then we're going to actually go from there. But like the living room, I want to look at the living room. I saw that one, and I can't spell. Yeah, this one right here. This is the one that I saw originally, and when I saw this, I was like, dude, why do I feel like I've been here before? Like, something about this is not right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, something about this is just wrong. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of freaks me out a little bit. But this is the living room, and this is one of the more popular liminal spaces. That's why it's on the top of the iceberg, I would assume. We'll move on to. I wanted to see the Washington Square Mall. Yeah, dude, look at this one. There's multiple pictures. Wow. This one too. This one gets me really. Wow. Oh my goodness. So, dude, something. I've never even been to Washington Mall. I'm like. Yeah. So the Washington Square Mall one is pretty crazy. I do feel a lot of just paranoia about looking at those images, but this one was interesting. I saw that this one says the Overlook Hotel from The Shining. I'm always going to type in liminal because it actually gives you the image that you're supposed to look at, like this right here. Yeah, I remember when I watched The Shining for the first time, this hotel just freaked me out. Like it was crazy. Like dude, like there's something weird about this hotel. I mean, no, it was actually obviously for a horror movie, but this definitely justifies being on the iceberg. Have you guys seen The Shining? If you've seen The Shining, let me know. A movie was one of the first horror movies I ever watched. It was good, but it was a very liminal movie. Like throughout the whole movie, it just kind of feels you feel paranoid the whole time because of just the way the movie was filmed and how like there's so much empty space in a lot of the hallways throughout the hotel and things like this. But Blockbuster, yes, Blockbuster. I saw this the other day. can't spell. Okay, yeah. So if we look at, obviously, Blockbuster has been it's not, they've been out of business, shut down for a long time. But you look at some of these images, and if you ever went to a Blockbuster as a kid, you would know that it was awesome. I loved Blockbuster as a kid, but now it's gone. But it was the early 2000s was when it was like really thriving. I think the 90s as well. But yeah, all these images of Blockbuster now are just like super liminal, you know, super liminal, super, you know, kind of just unsettling. But it was such a place that people loved when it was open. And now when you look at images, it just feels empty because you know it's gone, but you still have that place in your heart, in your memory. Now this would be a real memory, but why are these other images giving us this feeling? Because obviously Blockbuster was a real place, but these other ones weren't. So why are they giving us the feeling of, you know, nostalgia and we were there? You know, it feels the same, which is weird. And that's kind of the whole point of looking into the Iceberg today. Deja Vu Arena. I want to see what that is. I don't know where this is. I don't. That doesn't look like the arena. I don't know. This one right here. Wow. I'm gonna turn that down. I don't want that to give me a copyright strike. But like when we look at this, obviously this is a YouTube video, but this is going to go over, obviously, if you can see the title, uncomfortably familiar childhood places, but it's sad and nostalgic. Like this right here, does this not give you guys, obviously arcades are more, you know, they all look pretty similar, so this would be, you know, kind of natural, but this makes me sad to look at. Like, it just reminds me of childhood and the freedom we have as children. Just not my favorite thing to look at. This thing, I remember having this thing, I believe. I think we had this as a kid. I'm not sure, though. Wow. This image, I don't know about this one, guys. What do you think about this one? This one's kind of giving me oh, I don't like that picture. We're gonna skip past this one. I don't like that. Dude, this makes me feel weird. This makes me feel really weird looking at this. I don't know why, but it just... Oh. What is this? Have I seen this before? This looks like a video game. What is this? Just a like a ball pit. I don't know what this would be, though. It doesn't look like an actual ball pit. Okay, well, yeah, I've totally been here before. Wherever the hell this is, I have totally been here before. There's the picture. There's one we just saw earlier. Okay, this one too. This one's terrifying to me, actually. This one is terrifying. Look at the dark windows. To me, this image looks like something bad's about to happen. Like whether there's a ghost going to be haunting you or someone's going to break into the windows and try and murder you. Yeah, I want to look into this. Liminal space-related fears. Liminal space-related fears. Liminal space, or the in-between space of transition, can evoke feelings of unease and fear due to the inherent uncertainty and lack of control it represents. These spaces, like hallways, airports, or the edge of a forest, can trigger a sense of disorientation and vulnerability. Here's a more detailed look at the fears associated within liminal spaces. Uncertainty and the unknown. Liminal spaces represent a transition, a period of being betwixt and between. I don't know what that means, but anyways, this lack of clear destination or definition can be unsettling, as it creates a sense of not knowing what to expect or how to navigate the situation. That's true. That's absolutely true. The loss of control and disorientation. Liminal spaces often lack the familiar landmarks and cues that provide a sense of grounding. Yes, this can lead to a feeling of disorientation and a loss of control, as the environment is not a clear beginning or end. That is one of the most accurate explanations I've heard. That is absolutely true. The emotional vulnerability. Entering a liminal space can bring up feelings of vulnerability and the potential for negative experiences. The uncertainty and lack of control can expose underlying fears and insecurities. Fear of the unexpected. Yes, the unknown nature of liminal spaces can fuel the fear of the unexpected or the potential of something negative to happen. That is what I just said about this picture. Well, it's gone now, but the one with the room and the windows, right? The fear of something negative could happen. This fear is often heightened by the emptiness or lack of activity in the spaces. So it's the being alone. Being alone can trigger that as well. The uncanny valley effect. Some theories suggest that liminal spaces trigger the uncanny valley effect, where familiar and unsettling features collide, creating a sense of unease and creepiness. The combination of the familiar yet unfamiliar can be particularly unsettling. That makes sense as well. That absolutely makes sense. The autophobia and isolation, the absence of people or other signs of life in liminal spaces. The absence of people or other signs of life in liminal spaces can generate feelings of isolation and loneliness, potentially triggering autophobia, fear of being alone. Makes sense. And then last is the psychological impact. Liminal spaces can be a powerful tool in horror narratives, as they can mirror the psychological studies of characters and heighten the sense of dread. The transition itself can be an integral part of the horror experience. This guy on Reddit posts, does liminal space phobia exist? So since I was young, I'm pretty sure I haven't always been like this. I've been super scared of seemingly random things. Like I'm not going to the bathroom if said bathroom has no windows, and one of those systems that shut the lights off automatically, like photo sensors or timed relays. If you're wondering, I can hold a pee for like 12 hours but I don't do that often because of health and blah, blah, blah. Same for showering. I have to prepare emotionally if I have to shower in a shower that's not well lit. If there's some pipe work my brain doesn't like, or if it's one of those damned coin showers that have LEDs and stop at random, if pipes squeak due to pressure, I'm out of the building. Now the comments are, I think it's a thing. The trouble is determining what counts as liminal space. I have a phobia like this too. I think there's been apartment buildings I've been in where I'm walking down a dimly lit, musty hallway and I damn near panic. I saw a playground at night and I felt like I was going to die. However, a lot of things on this subreddit don't seem that eerie to me. Anything taken outside the day or evening doesn't seem unnerving, and pictures of rooms with furniture aren't unnerving either. Even those 90s malls with the neon, I find more cool than scary. It's mostly those bland, empty areas from the 70s that really freak me out, or the rooms decorated for children. Those were creepy to me even as a kid. I've been looking for something like this. If it does not exist, I'd call it liminophobia. Lemon being the Latin root word for liminal, okay? I'm not sure if it has a name. If it did, I think paractophobia would work, meaning finish, end, or conclusion in Latin. These guys are smart. I don't know any of this. I used to think fear of liminal spaces and all of that fear of being entrapped old dimension was autophobia, but that's the fear of being alone. Yeah, so obviously people have the same fear, right? I mean, they do. The Stanley Parable. Omega Mart. Let's look up Omega Mart. I don't know what that is actually. That's crazy. Oh, is this that market that has like all the messed up food and stuff that like it's just trippy? Yeah, that's what this is. Okay, yeah, that is weird. What is this? What is that? Okay, yeah, that's weird. Empty Kmart. Yeah, Kmart. Who remembers Kmart? I don't know if that's even still a thing anymore. I don't see any anymore. Dude, like, look at this and tell me that this is not... Like, this brings me back in time, almost, it feels like. Like, this literally brings me back in time. That's so weird. That's weird. Okay, I don't want to look at it anymore. Yeah, let's move on. The Truman Show. Yeah, if you haven't seen The Truman Show, this actually... It's kind of a movie based on, you know, reality being a TV show and fake. And there was actually a scene at the end where he's escaping, and this is the picture, and it's very liminal if you can't tell. They actually had the sky here was fake. I won't do any spoilers. Too bad. You know, if you want to go watch the movie, go watch it. It's really good. Truman Show, this is liminal. That is within the movie, and this definitely deserves making the Iceberg. Gabrielle Salonga. What is that? London artist. Oh, okay. So they... Dude, yeah, this is literal liminal art. Look at this. Beautiful artwork, but it's very liminal. This doesn't really scare me. This is actually more peaceful than it is anything, but this one's kind of weird with this little dark hallway here, but... Yeah. Bluey backgrounds. Is that the show, Bluey, like with the dog? I guess it's like this. I don't... Yeah, that one's not it for me. Yeah, let's move on. Dad feels. What is dad feels? What is this? Guys, does anybody know what this is? What is this? Yeah, we're not gonna... Yeah, I'm good on that. Sorry, guys, I'm not gonna go any further than that. Pet Scop. What is Pet Scop? Oh, it's a video game. Yeah, this looks like a liminal game. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Hold on, I actually want to check out Pepper's Playhouse. That sounds promising. Okay, so it's like Roblox, I guess? If this is the right thing. This does look liminal, though, I must say. Yeah, that makes sense. The lobby image origin. That is interesting. I want to see what that... Okay, here it is. The Backrooms image, a viral horror meme, is a liminal space that originated from a 2021 short film by Kane Parsons, a YouTuber. The film, which became a semi-anthology series, featured a disorienting, repetitive, and seemingly endless hallway with fluorescent lighting and tile floors. The concept of the Backrooms expanded beyond the initial short film, becoming an urban legend and a source of fan-made content. Origin, the Backrooms. The image originated from a short film, but we just read that. Okay, so this is just everything we just read. Original Backrooms image location. Sans carpet and furniture. I see the light, though, the fluorescent lighting right there, but I don't see anything else that... So this is a theory. This was posted in Kane Pixel's Discord server as a potential location due to the walls and indented area to the left. Okay. One of the older, now private videos claimed that the image was posted or reposted by an individual working as a security guard at what was a complex of a abandoned building in Maryland. The complex is now home to a Bank of America as well as medical offices. This was supposedly a section that had been used for accounting and bookkeeping, type operations. The complex is on the southeast corner of Sheridan Street and New. Okay, so this guy says completely wrong. Okay, yeah, I don't think this is the origin of the actual picture. I've been doing some research into the backrooms image origins. Yeah. So yeah, this ended up being exposed to being now a racetrack. I think it's not the backrooms anymore, but that's the most accepted explanation. So at the bottom of the iceberg. Actually, I wanted to look at what Walt Disney World would look like abandoned, because yeah, this is like literally a nightmare come true. I mean, look at this right here. This is some creepy shit right here, man. Look at this. This is, yeah, no thanks. I'll pass on that. This is like... Yeah, I don't want this to ruin Disney World for me, because if I ever go back, I don't want to think of it as a liminal space now. Redstaircase.org. This is a website. A liminal website. We're going to go there. I'm gonna put a space. No, what? We're just gonna do it like that. What have I gotten into? Like what? Yeah, no. So basically red stairs is a no-no in the back rooms. This is like the bottom of the iceberg here. This along with chairs underwater on Reddit. What? This is just a subreddit of people posting chairs in water. What is the backstory to this? Yeah, this is making me uneasy here. I don't understand. Like, I understand why it's at the bottom of the iceberg. Like, what is this? Okay, well, I'm done with that. Unknown liminal space imagery. Yeah, so obviously at the bottom of the iceberg is the liminal spaces that you've seen only in your dreams. If you guys have any of those stories, if you have like a dream that was so liminal and it comes to your head sometimes and you don't know whether it was a dream or reality, please comment down below and share that story with me, because I actually have some of my own. Some of them have to do with, you know, just going into a place and it being you get the picture. But anyways, let me know your stories down in the comments. I really enjoyed looking into this. If there's anything else you guys want me to look into and do research on, just comment down below and I will absolutely make a video on it. This has been Bernobi, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good night.